Hello, Mustang and Philly fans. Welcome to the 2019-2020 Athletic Banquet. Kind of an awkward time right now, and with all the virus going on and everything. And the most important thing we wanted to do, or not forget to do, was to recognize the kids and the awards that occurred up until the point that our year was shut down. So we're going to do that today with a video. Each coach is going to come on and talk a little bit about their sport and their award winners, and kind of give a season overview and do the best we can to recognize and honor our kids as much as they deserve it. First of all, I'd like to start off by saying thank you to the parents for allowing your kids to hang out with us and be coached by us, and we enjoy that, and it's our pleasure to work with the kids in Shallow Water ISD, and there's not a better group of kids in the state of Texas, and we know that, and we're very thankful for that. On another note, I'd like to thank the coaches. Every coach in our district is a hard worker, and they put the kids first, and we do the best job as a staff to give them the best chance there is to win every day, and we do that through hard work and accountability and good off seasons, and we've got good kids on top of that. So we thank the kids and the parents for that, and our coaches as well. So that's much appreciated. We're going to start off here, just kind of get the year going, kind of in order, the way that it goes. Coach Mangum's going to talk about some volleyball, and then we're just going to roll through the rest of the year kind of chronologically, and do the best we can to finish up, just kind of like we are right now here in the middle to end of May. So you'll hang in there, and you'll be able to watch your sport, and whatever pertains to you can kind of skip around. I guess that's the good news about this banquet video, is you can kind of skip around and not listen to the folks you don't want to hear, but certainly want to take a listen to the coaches as they brag on your kids and talk about the awards that we had this year in 2019 and 2020. Thanks for watching.
Hey, this is Coach Mangum here to talk to you guys about the volleyball season, and I just want to say, first of all, that 2019 volleyball season was a great one. So proud of every team that we had. The freshman team this year went 29-6 and 8-0 in district, so they were district champs, and we're so proud of them, and we can't wait to see the girls continue to grow. Coach Matthews has the following words to share. She said the freshman team worked to be better than yesterday and continued to grow throughout the season. They're going to be great additions to the Philly volleyball program. We're so excited to see what you guys all have to do. The JV team had an equally great season. They were 29-8 overall and 8-0 in district as well, so both district champs. And there's so much promise in these girls, and the future for our program is so bright, and we look forward to it. Coach Nolan said that this group of young ladies has a very successful season, winning a tournament and also going undefeated in a district. They worked hard all season, and I'm excited to see what they achieve in the future. So your coaches are very proud of you, and really truly enjoyed you guys all season. So we're super thankful for the freshmen and JV both. The 2019 volleyball season was a great one for the varsity. This is a great team. Selfless was a great word for this team. They made it so enjoyable. They played for each other, far more for themselves. This team was probably one of the best total teams that I've ever had. They improved so much throughout the season, and I'm so proud of them for making the state regional semifinals for the 6th year in a row. That's quite an honor. So proud of them. Thank you, seniors, for being such great examples as teammates. You were leaders in so many ways, not just on the court, but off the court, and examples in the classroom and every other way possible. You guys did a fantastic job for us. I'll have no doubt that you guys will go and do amazing things in the future. Our season, we went 32-16 on the season, and we were district runner-ups. We completely peaked at the right time. These girls played better during the playoffs than they did any other time of the year. The improvement during that time, the focus, and the strive to get as far as we can was very much shown. We had great wins over Wall, and we went and competed well at the regional tournament. So Our all-district awards this year, we had co-defensive player of the year was Madison Batten. Newcomer of the year was Bree Bratton. All-district was Taylor Moravik and Tinley Harris. Honorable mention was Allie Roberts and Sadie Venable. The senior academic all-district awards went to Madison Batten, Tiffany Davis, Sydney Salee, and Kirsten Watts. Beyond district, Madison Batten had several awards. She had the TGCA 3A All-State Team. She also made the TGCA All-Star Legacy Team, which is a senior award. And then she made the Lone Star Varsity Volleyball Super Team as well. So for our team awards this year, they were so tough to choose because I feel like, again, this was such a great team that we played. We didn't have a lot of girls that just stuck out as the top player. We had girls that played very well together, and that's what made this such a great team to be a part of. Every girl on the team gave to this team. Everyone was an essential part. But once I went back and looked at the stats and thought about what each girl's role was for the team, this is what I came up with. So for offense MVP, these two were second and third in the number of kills on the season. And one of them was injured for a while, which says a lot. They were a major part of our offense, and this award goes to Taylor Moravik and Summer Williams. Congratulations, girls. The defensive MVP, this also goes to two athletes. The first one led us in digs and passing rating, which is serve receive, and the second one led us in blocks. And those award goes to Madison Batten and Allie Roberts. Congratulations, girls. The next award is Fighting Heart. When you talk about fighting heart, you want somebody that always fights hard for their team and every day to improve themselves and the team. This athlete did this in practice and in games. She's the first person I've ever had that led, even though she wasn't always on the court. She was probably the best at doing that I've ever had, and I can't think of anybody else that deserves this award better than Sydney Salee. So congratulations, Sydney. My final award the final award is for MVP, and it goes to a player that led us in kills, was second in digs, second in passing percentage. She played all the way around and did a great job with every skill. So I decided to give this to someone who did play all the way around and did a great job for us all season long, and that was Tinley Harris. So congratulations, Tinley, for that award. I want to thank you guys for all that you did for the program and seniors, and also the ones coming back next year. I can't wait to see what we do. And I want to thank the parents for sharing your kids with me. You do a fantastic job. They're great kids, and I'm thankful to have them in my program. So, and coaches, thank you as well for all that you've done, and I can't wait till next year. So, thank you.
Hey kids, it's Coach Taylor here. First off, I hope everybody's safe and well and handling this situation the best way you can. I realize this isn't the way we wanted to do our sports banquet, but we're excited that we get to celebrate you in whatever way we possibly can. So I'm gonna talk about girls cross country real quick. The team members were Hannah Fisher, Cammie Wood, Paige Parker, Avery Velasquez, Abby Courtwright, Lillian Guzman, and Annie Washington. These guys worked really hard this year, ran lots of miles, started working in the summer, and ran through the school year. We worked out in the morning, after school, had a great year, and I'm really proud of these kids. Lots of fun to work with, and one of my favorite groups, I think. We finished 5th at the district cross country meet, which unfortunately didn't get us to the regional meet, but that didn't diminish their accomplishments and their how hard they worked, and I'm super proud of them, and we just had a great year. The cross country award this year goes to a young lady who, I'm telling you, I could tell her to run through a brick wall and she would do it for me. She's a great kid, and I'm glad I get to coach her again next year. The cross country award goes to Hannah Fisher. Yay, Hannah.
Hey, this is Coach Parker. I'm the head boys cross country coach here at Shallowater High School. And I'd like to start out by reaching out to Colton Hollis and just thanking him for all the work that he does with the cross country program. He does all this voluntarily, and with all of his expertise and experience that he has in running, it has just been a huge asset benefit to our runners here, and to me also. You know, coaches learn all the time, and I've been able to learn a lot from Colton Hollis, and I just want to thank him for all of his time and everything that he does for the kids and for the program. Sub-varsity, we did not have a sub-varsity team, which kind of leads me into reaching out to any kids that might see this video. If you're interested in running cross country, hopefully, you know, soon here in the summer, we'll be able to begin our cross country training. So if you're interested, we would love to have you, and just reach out to me, and we will get you started in on cross country. Our varsity team was extremely small. Probably hurt us when we came into district, because you have to have 5 in order to place as a team. But I had 3 extremely dedicated young runners that came out and ran. And just a little thing about cross country, a lot of people don't understand. These kids are kind of behind the scenes. They're not seen a lot. I mean, we do our cross country practices at 6 a.m. in the morning, which takes a lot of dedication from these kids. And the first 2, Jacob Everett and Josh Grimes, when you play football and run cross country, that's hard to do. So I really want to thank those 2 young men, freshmen, for the work that they put in this past year. Jacob's best time was an 18:42, and Josh ran an 18:28. That was their best times over the season. That was at the Abernathy cross country meet. So want to encourage those 2 young men to continue to work hard. They've got a lot of potential. We were really looking forward to the track season, and just seeing how they were going to improve from their training from cross country into track. So thank both of you for your work, your effort, your dedication to the program. I really appreciate it. And then to our veteran runner, our sophomore, Alberto Leyva. I don't know that I could say enough about that young man. From the time that I saw him, he ran like a newborn colt. I mean, just gangly, awkward, flat-footed, and he has just come around tremendously as a runner. And that takes a lot of training. I mean, he has put in the time. He has listened to Colton as far as, you know, all the different techniques and technicalities that go into running. You know, everybody thinks you just go out and run, and that's all there is to it. And there's a lot more to running than that. And I think Alberto has understood that, and he wants to get better. I think that's the thing, is he wants to work, he wants to put in the time, and he's seen incredible strides. His best time was probably the Abernathy meet. He ran a 17:33 at district. Wasn't one of his top performances, but he did place in the top 10, so he was a regional qualifier. He ran a 19:14, and then he ran a 17:45 at regional, and he placed 42nd out of 180 runners. So that was huge. And just to kind of put that in perspective, last year as a freshman at the regional meet, he ran close to a 21. So from a 21 to a 17:45, that's just from hard work, hard training. He's also our MVP of cross country. I also have his certificate for the regional meet. So, and again, he was one that we were really looking forward to in the spring for track season, because he had really made some strides. He was going to get into a sub 10 as far as the 2 mile. So I would just say to Alberto and to all the runners, just continue to work hard, keep staying dedicated, committed to just hard work, and then you're going to see the results from that. Look forward to seeing you next year, and I appreciate all your work.
Hello, it's Coach Wood, and I'll talk to you a little bit about some 2019 Mustang football. We had a great season this year from 7th grade all the way up to the varsity level. Our kids at the high school level, 9th grade and JV groups, were very successful. I think we lost 1 game amongst the 2 groups, and there's lots of good kids coming, and it's exciting to see that we have good young talent coming off those freshmen and JV squads. So we look forward to a bright future with those guys. As though some of those guys will go from Thursday night to Friday night coming up this next year, and they'll certainly be prepared for that. I want to talk to you about the varsity season a little bit. It was a slow start. Lost some close games. There was a few games there that were just less than one score games, and could have gone either way. And basically, we were fighting some Friday night inexperience, because we had a lot of guys that were first timers on Friday night, and we were just kind of getting our feet up underneath us and kind of figuring out who we were as a team and learning about ourselves through preseason. So those first 5 ball games were tough, but they were good ones, and they helped prepare us for a district slate that was, we made a good run. Ended up losing the district championship, had it here on our home field, had the ball going in, with under a minute, and just couldn't pull it off against a really good Bushland team that ended up playing 4 rounds deep. So nothing to be ashamed of. These guys accomplished a lot of stuff. And I've always said you measure success by the how close you get to reaching the potential of each kid. And I feel like these guys did a great job of that, and we're certainly proud of them. I want to recognize in particular our senior guys tonight. I just want to read their names right quick, and then I'll go through our awards and discuss the district MVPs and such. So Hunter Gossett, Dylan Kelly, Ty Carrion, Zeb Price, Creed Katara, Tanner Stark, Gage Salyer, Brian Moran, Trey Nunez, Deacon Burns, Luke Robles, Grant Johnston, and Maverick Bryan. Those are our senior guys, and they had a great football season, and some of them that hadn't shown leadership before did a great job of stepping up and kind of leading some younger guys. And some of those guys came off the JV squad from last year as juniors and stepped right in and did a great job. So we're really proud of their effort and the things that they were able to accomplish. We ended up that season 7-5, got beat by a really good Wall team, and we're just proud of how much we developed from week 1 till the very end. And we always would like to play one more round deep or win a state championship, and that's certainly our goal in the future. But there's nothing for these guys to be disappointed in. They gave every bit of their effort daily, and we're certainly proud of those senior guys and wish them the best of luck. Our all-district award winners for this year, we had a good group of them. First team offense, Josh Easley at running back, Grant Johnston at offensive line, and Caleb Batson at receiver. First team defense, Zeb Price at outside linebacker, Grant Johnston defensive line, Tanner Stark at linebacker, and Hunter Gossett at corner. Second team award winners, all district, Dylan Kelly at quarterback, Keegan Campbell at running back, Bo Brockman at tight end, Sergio Arzate on the offensive line, and Mason Aker at receiver. Second team defense, we only had one guy, and he did a great job, was Gage Salyer at linebacker. Honorable mentions, Creed Katara at safety, Brian Moran, offensive line, D. Clements, defensive line, Trey Nunez, outside linebacker, and Major McCulley, outside linebacker. So those are our first, second team all-district members and our honorable mentions. Our award winners for this year, it's always tough when you have great kids, and we certainly do that. But it comes down to just guys that we think that had the best numbers and gave the best effort. And we'll start with offensive back. Our 2019 Mustang offensive back award winner is Josh Easley. Josh ran for over 1,400 yards as a junior and just had a phenomenal year. Averaged over 20 carries a game, did a great job. Our defensive back award winner, we split that into two. Had to have co-winners, Hunter Gossett and Mason Aker. Hunter played corner and Mason played safety, and Hunter's been out there for a few years doing a great job on the edges, and Mason just made probably the most improvement from the beginning to the end. So those two guys certainly deserve to split that award. Best offensive line goes to Trey Nunez. Trey started at center for us, 165, maybe 170 pound center that was just phenomenal early in the year. He was the one who got that offensive line going. Extremely smart, so proud of him. He ended up breaking his hand, so he didn't get to play any offense there towards the end of the year, but we moved him to tight end, and just a great competitor, and so proud of him. Best defensive lineman award winner goes to Grant Johnson. Grant just has a motor that you wish you could put on everybody. It's full speed ahead. Grant's mean, and he's one of those guys that you love to have on defense. Full speed ahead all the time. Great effort, and he ended up got the all-district honor as well, and certainly deserves our best defensive lineman award. Our meanest Mustang, which basically goes to a linebacker type kid. We've split this one 3 ways because it's 3 seniors who we just felt like gave everything that they had and deserve the award equally. Gage Sawyer and Tanner Stark both on the inside at the inside linebacker position, and Zeb Price at the outside linebacker position. So we had 3 seniors there. They've had good experience, over the last 2 years. Gage probably a little bit more than Zeb and Tanner, but Zeb and Tanner improved so much, and they just ended up being really good defensive players. And when you've got 3 linebackers that play as hard as they do and as consistent as these guys did, we felt like they're all certainly worthy of that award. So those are our football award winners for this year, and I'm certainly proud of the Mustang football team and excited for what the future holds.
Hey girls, Coach Darden here, and this segment is going to be on our Shallow Philly basketball season, and what a great season that we had. All levels. Our 9th grade girls went 16-4. Congratulations to our freshman girls and Coach Nolan. Our JV girls went 22-4, and congratulations to Coach Parker and all of our JV girls. Just an interesting statistic, our entire program from the 7th grade through our varsity had a cumulative record this year of 132 wins and 12 losses. And that's just a credit to our players, the dedication that they showed, and our coaches. And I just want to thank every girl that played basketball for Shallowater this year. Is a fantastic year. Our varsity basketball team had a pretty decent year this year. As you know, they had a great year. The overall record was 39 wins and 2 losses. Our team accomplishments, and I'm sorry I've got a lot of paperwork here. Our team accomplishments, we were Shallowater Shootout champions. We were the Andrews Tournament champions. We were the Caprock Tournament Big School champs, and that was, we won, that's back-to-back championships. We won the small school the year before, big school this year. We were district co-champions with Idalou in a great district. That was a great accomplishment. We were by-district champions. We beat Muleshoe 72-33 in by-district. And by the way, that was our 24th consecutive by-district championship. I think that's pretty neat. Area, we beat Sonora 71-23. In the quarterfinals, we beat Bushland 45-43 in a nail biter. In the regional semifinals, we defeated Jim Ned 47-40. The regional finals, and I think one of the greatest high school basketball games in the history of Texas high school basketball. We defeated Idalou 45-42. Went to the state tournament for the 7th year, and we defeated Schulenburg in the state semifinals 61-26, and we defeated Woodville in the state finals 61-43 to cap off a absolutely tremendous season. And at this time, Coach Thiessen will come up, and we've got a little banner that we're going to hang up behind us. Just wanted to show everybody. And certainly, can we see that, Coach? Congratulations to our Shallowater Phillies on bringing another banner and a championship banner back to our school. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Like to, we set some team records. I want to start there. And first of all, of course, this is the 2nd state title that Shallowater Phillies have won to go along with the 2014. And so that's always a tremendous accomplishment. This team set the record for 39 wins. That's the most wins by any Shallowater team, girls team in history. We set the record for the best start in school history, 27-0 to start the season. Unbelievable. We also set the record for how many wins in a row at 27. Great job. We also broke school record for defensive points allowed by our opponents. We allowed 31.6 points per game, which is just an unbelievable defensive effort. And by the way, we broke the 2004 state champions defensive record. So I think it kind of goes together, doesn't it? 2 state champions had the 2 defensive points per game record. So defense wins ball games, as we always talk about. We also broke the record this year for team charges. It goes along with our defense. Our kids, man, y'all are just great at stepping in there and taking those hard charges when we had to have them. We set the school record with 43 this year. 3-pointers made. This team broke I believe it was the 2015 record. We made 195 threes this year, so great job shooting. We also had 2 individuals that broke individual records. Bree Bratton broke the 3-point record, 3-pointers made. She made 77, that broke the school record. And Jordan Aragon, Jordan broke the school record at charges, not only in a career, but also in a season. So congratulations to Jordan and Bree on some individual records. At this time, I'd like to list the postseason awards that our players won, and we've got a lot of them. And let's start with Bree Bratton. Bree was co-offensive player of the year in our district. She was Caprock Tournament MVP. She was TABC All-Region. She was Max Preps, TABC, TGCA, All-State. And by the way, when I say TABC, that's Texas Association of Basketball Coaches, and TGCA is Texas Girls Coaches Association. She was all 3 All-State in those categories. She was State Tournament MVP. She was AJ Lone Star Player of the Year. She was also TABC Player of the Year in the state of Texas Class 3A. And congratulations, Bree. And by the way, I know I'm going to forget an honor on a player, and if I do, I apologize kids and I apologize parents. I thought of these the best that I could, so if I leave something out, I apologize in advance. Tinley Harris. Tinley was co-defensive player of the year in our district. She was also Caprock All-Tournament team. She was TABC All-Region. She was TGCA and TABC All-State. She was Avalanche Journal Lone Star Super Team, and Tinley has been selected to play in the TGCA All-Star Game July 7th in Arlington. That's for juniors only, and she was selected to play in that game. Congratulations, Tinley. Taylor Moravit, one of our captains. Taylor, All-District. She was Caprock All-Tournament Team. She was AJ Lone Star Super Team. She was State Tournament All-Tournament Team. Congratulations, Taylor. Jenna Wheeler, All-District, Caprock All-Tournament Team, TABC All-Region, TABC All-State, and she was also State Tournament All-Tournament Team. Congratulations, Jenna. Jordan Aragon, another one of our captains. She was All-District. Jordan was TABC Academic All-State, TGCA Academic All-State, and she was Shallowater ISD All-Academic Basketball. Madison Batten, another one of our captains. Honorable mention All-District. She was TABC and TGCA Academic All-State, and she was also Shallowater ISD All-Academic Basketball. Tiffany Davis, another one of our captains. She was honorable mention All-District, TABC, TGCA Academic All-State, Shallowater ISD All-Academic Basketball. And Zoe Barnes, one of our seniors, she was Shallowater ISD All-Academic Basketball. So congratulations to those girls and the honors they won. And of course, we talk about it all the time. Any individual honor is a team honor. You know, we don't get all these individual honors without putting that championship banner on the wall. And so congratulations, not just to the winners, but to all of our team. Now we're going to move into our basketball awards. And as I say every year, it's always difficult, and especially when you go 39-2 and you're state champions. Every kid deserves awards, and they're award winners with me. But we do have some statistical award winners. First of all, our free throw percentage, and if you watched any of our games, man, we won some big games down the stretch making some free throws. We had a lot of kids step up and do a great job, but our leading free throw shooter with 77% was Bree Bratton. Congratulations, Bree. Our assist leader, and once again, I say this all the time, you know, a lot of people score points and things like this, but we got to have people that get them the ball. We had a very unselfish team. I don't think there was one player on that team that wouldn't give that ball up to somebody who scored. That's why we won a state title, one of the big reasons. But our assist leader did a tremendous job of getting people the basketball when they were open with 128 assists, and that's Jenna Willer. Congratulations, Jenna. Our offensive player of the year, and this is going to, our coaches, and by the way, we do these awards, all of our coaches have input, not just me, but there were two girls that I think deserved our players of the offensive players of the year. And I think they were just outstanding, did so many things, not only scoring, but assist, rebounding, running the team, being floor leaders, etc. Our offensive players of the year this year were Bree Bratton and Tinley Harris. Congratulations, Bree and Tinley. Rebound award winner, and once again, we out-rebounded. I think there was only, out of 41 games, I think there was only 4 games in which we got out-rebounded. And that is a tremendous accomplishment, especially if you watch us play. We were not the biggest team on the floor. In fact, we were usually the smallest team on the floor nearly every game we played, but that's just sheer hustle. And all of our kids did a great job of rebounding the basketball. And you can't win if you don't defend and don't rebound, and we know that. In second place was Taylor Moravik, and she did a tremendous job rebounding. But our rebounding award goes to a guard that played outside, and that's Bree Bratton, and Bree averaged 6.3 rebounds a game. Congratulations, Bree, on the rebound award. And finally, this was the toughest of all, the defensive award. And once again, we set a school record in taking charges. We set a school record in points per game by our opponent. And so, you know, we could give this award to the whole team. There wasn't any doubt, because every player, all 13 players, sold out on defense every day in practice and in every game. We narrowed it down to 5, and we could have gone to all 13 really, but the defensive award goes to, I think these kids just did an extra outstanding job. And the defensive award this year goes to Jordan Aragon, Madison Batten, Tinley Harris, Taylor Moravik, and Jenna Willer. And congratulations to all those girls, and congratulations to the whole team for playing great defense and helping us win a state title. That's the basketball awards. The last thing I want to say is I want to give a special thanks to our senior basketball players that were just tremendous, and managers. And of course our seniors are Jordan Aragon, Zoe Barnes, Madison Batten, Tiffany Davis. Our senior managers, Macy Gonzalez and Hannah Zapata. Girls, we love you, and thanks for everything you did for our program. And congratulations to all Shallow Philly basketball players. What a great year, and I'm so proud of all of you. Thanks.
Hey guys, it's Coach Lusk, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about basketball today. Starting out with the sub-varsities. 7th B went 16-1, 8th B 13-4, 7th A 13-5, 8th A went 18-0, 9th grade went 19-1, and the JV went 21-2. Just wanted to congratulate all these guys on great seasons. We got some good kids coming up, and you know, just expect big things out of them. Now moving on and talking about varsity basketball. Just wanted to congratulate these guys on a great season. Seniors, great career. You know, we appreciate everything you've done for us. The season record this year was 32-5. You know, these guys, season started out a little rough, you know, kind of like a roller coaster going up and down. I thought we played well at times, not so well at times. And then, you know, I thought we started peaking at the right time, which means these guys came together and, you know, blended well and accepted their roles and did a great job for us. One thing I'd like to mention, you know, district champs for third straight year. Ran the record in district the last 3 seasons to 42-0, which is just great tradition carrying on. And just appreciate all you guys and your hard work. You know, regional final team, you know, you wish you could have just won one more, and you know, we had our chances, and you know, that's just life sometimes. But you know, there's a lot of teams that would have wanted to got where y'all did and where you finished, and you know, at the end of the day, there's only one champion, and so there's always tears. But you guys had an amazing season, and I appreciate every one of you. Moving on to awards. Jalen Bratton was the district MVP. He was also all-region, all-state, and was on the all-tournament team of the regional tournament. Kieran Elliott was newcomer of the year in our district, and he was also on the regional tournament, all-tournament team. Hunter Gossett, Caden Gillespie, Tyler McCall, Tyler McCall were all district. Reese Cunningham and Mason Aker were both honorable mention. They were both close, very close on votes for getting on there. Academic All-State, Reese Cunningham, Hunter Gossett, Creed Katara, Tyler McCall, Landry McCready. Congrats to those guys. You know, it's always good to have some smart guys on a team. They can kind of help run the offense and stuff like that. Moving on to the awards. Best offensive player goes to Jalen Bratton. He averaged 19 points a game, just did a great job for us. You know, he's a big kid, hard to guard. He was also our leading rebounder. He averaged just under 10 a game. And, you know, he just did a great job of cleaning up the glass for us. Our assist leader was Caden Gillespie. You know, I thought he did a great job this year of making things happen, getting to the right people, and, you know, we're glad he's back next year. Free throw award goes to Tyler McCall. You know, anytime you got a kid that can step up there and knock them down, it's great. Defensive award goes to 2 kids I thought just got after it every game, and you know, stats weren't always that high, but you know, they would get in there and mix it up. Probably foul a little too much, but they were physical, and these 2 guys were Hunter Gossett and Tyler McCall. Want to say thanks to our administration. You know, the ladies that do our clock and book, Shauna Haney, Amy Holcomb, Rochelle, Hester. Appreciate you guys, and you know, thanks to all our managers, Sydney Salee, Lauren Gilmore, Macy Edwards, Kaylee Edwards. We appreciate you guys, and sorry that we're having to do it like this, but you know, we just wanted to get this out and recognize kids, and you know, just tell them we miss them, and you know, we appreciate everything they did for us.
Hey, this is Coach Johnson. I'm going to talk about our tennis program. I hope everyone is staying safe out there and doing well. This year at our regional team tennis tournament, we placed 4th. Our JV and varsity tennis teams this year competed very well with how short our season was. Wish it was longer. This year, the tennis, True, Mustang, and Philly, these 3 kids, they worked hard on the court every day. They never complained, always had a great attitude coming to practice. They were great kids on and off the court. This year, that award goes to Logan Allen, Brooklyn Haynes, and Abby Spire. Moving on to the Tennis MVP Award. These 3 kids have been a tremendous part of this program for the past 5 and 6 years. The Girl Award, I have high expectations for them next year as coming back as seniors. the girl award for the girl award for the tennis MVP goes to Morgan Beerbaum and Allie Spire. The boy award is a 2-time regional qualifier, and he was a great part of this program for the past 6 years. The boy award goes to Brett Homer.
Coach Burke here talking about powerlifting. We had a pretty good season. We had a bunch of young guys on the team, Xavier Contreras, Keegan Campbell, Major McCauley, Quentin Lanier. A lot of those guys is their first year doing it. They came out and they did a great job. We had a couple of medalists, Sergio Arzate and Josh Easley. You know, they really got up there. We got close to regionals. We weren't able to make it, but with us being so young, I think we did a really great job, and we showed a lot of composure in the team aspect of it. So we did great this year. Thank you for everybody that showed support, and you know, we're looking forward to next year. And this year's strongest Mustang is Josh Easley. Great job, Josh.
Hello, it's Coach Wood again. We'll talk to you a little bit about the girls golf team this spring. It was short-lived due to the coronavirus, just like all our other spring sports, but I want to recognize these girls anyway. The 4 girls that played were Chloe Davis, Kristen Alexander, Cammie Wood, and Kaylee Cruz. And those 4 girls were able to, a few of them were able to play a couple of tournaments, and a couple of other ones, maybe just one, but so it was short-lived, but we were really excited because we had some personal best in the second tournament. I think 3 of the girls were the PR'd in that tournament, so we were excited about the spring. And anyway, it is what it is, but we had a great finish with a great tournament there at New Home. This year's award winner is going to just go to the low score for the year, and she also tied the school record. Cameron Wood shot a 78 at Reese in the only tournament that she was able to play in, and so we're excited for everyone next year. We've got all these girls coming back, and look forward to a great spring that we can start and finish next year. So congratulations, Cam.
Hello everyone, I'm Coach Cortez, head boys golf coach at Shallow High School. Thank you for taking the time to join us today. So the 2020 golf season was one that was very different than most. I believe that the team had a chance to be very successful and do great things this year. But COVID-19 had other plans. Our season was cut short, and we were only able to participate in one tournament as a complete team. But it was a very successful tournament, as the Shallow Water boys finished first place with a score of 328, and the top 2 of the top 3 finishers were also from Shallow Water High School. Some of the other team members were able to participate in other tournaments, and they were able to improve each week. The future is bright for Shallow Water Mustangs golf. We have 5 of the 6 members were underclassmen, 4 freshmen and 1 sophomore. 2020 team members are freshmen Sam Allen, Kieran Elliott, Ryan Holloway, Brogan Young, sophomore Aiden Pitts, and senior Landry McCready. All of these young men represented Shallow Water really well, and look forward to seeing what they can do in the rest of their high school careers. So thank you guys and parents for allowing me to coach you this year. This year's golf award is going to my lone senior, who has been part of the Shallow Water High School golf team all 4 years in high school. He was part of 2 regional qualifying teams as a freshman and sophomore, and was a regional qualifier as a junior. Who knows what his senior season could have been, but I'm sure it was going to be very successful. With that being said, our 2020 golf award goes to Landry McCready. Also, thank you parents again, and thank you athletes for allowing me to coach you this year.
Mustangs and Phillies. First off, I want to congratulate all of you on doing such a great job of representing our school district and our community this year in all the sports that you did. So awesome job on that. Seniors, we're going to miss y'all big time, and those of you that play spring sports, man, it hurt with y'all. I know that it has been painful having your season cut from you and not being able to finish that, and that really stinks. But we know that the next chapter of your lives is on to bigger and better things, and I can't wait to see all the things that all of y'all accomplish. For our softball girls, man, what a season, and it was good. It was cut short, but we had a great time during the time that we did have together. JV Phillies, it was made up of a whole lot of freshmen that came out this year, and that was awesome having such a big group of girls that were just interested in playing the sport and getting out here and being part of the program. And they also joined our returning sophomores and juniors. And in the beginning, it took a little bit just to mesh and form that team cohesiveness. But man, once they meshed, they got it going and figured stuff out, and it was fun. They into their season the weekend before we all got shut down in Slayton for a tournament, and they did an awesome job there. They won all their games. They did face a strong Borden County team that was hard and tough. It was actually Borden County's varsity team that they played, but they were strong in that tournament and just looked fantastic. And Coach Richards talked about how good they did and how their teamwork and their and just how well they got along with each other and supported each other, and that was just a great thing to see. Varsity Phillies, man, it was way too short for me, and I know it was way too short for y'all. But preseason wise, it was the best preseason I've been a part of. It was fun. Y'all were energetic. Just the memories that y'all made through those 3 tournaments and their preseason games. You know, we started off with a tough game against Seminole. They didn't go anywhere near what we'd hoped for. And instead of hanging your heads, y'all worked hard, y'all fought back, and we went on that next weekend to play in the coldest tournament of our lives in the Lubbock Cat Park tournament. And I mean, instead of hanging your heads and being cold and all that, y'all said, hey, bring it, let's go. And y'all toughened up, and y'all showed them what the heart of a Philly was like. Y'all went out there and y'all won all 6 games that weekend, doing a great job and representing us well. Y'all turned around and y'all played Trinity here and won that game. Come from behind and win it in the bottom of the 7th. And that was a fun one just to see y'all overcome adversity and just your grit to grit it out and get out there and get it done. It was awesome to watch. In the Midland tournament, we faced some tougher teams. We had 2 teams that were our classification, and then the rest of them, the other 4 teams, were all bigger than us, and they were tough, and y'all went toe-to-toe with all of them. And it was a great time seeing y'all come and face that adversity of being up against bigger competition and still making things happen out there with fielding the ball and getting your bat on it, and just the team unity you got. And that tournament, I would say, was where y'all really bonded and formed those relationships with each other. And from eating out and going to the burger place that you all like and celebrating Maddie's birthday there, and then the bus rides with the karaoke and those little dance parties back there, it was fun just to watch and see y'all come together as a team and as friends and just get along so well and form those bonds, and those are going to be lifetime memories that y'all have with each other, and that's just awesome to see. We turned around and we opened up district with 2 tough games out of the gate in Brownfield and Idalou, and they didn't go how we wanted to, but guys, knowing y'all's adversity and grit that y'all showed in preseason, I have no doubt that y'all would have had a chance to come back and work hard and make a run for it through the rest of the district play. And I hate that we missed out on getting to see that and see what y'all were going to do there. Seniors, man, there's a lot of you, and we're going to miss every single one of you. I want to just go through my seniors real quick just to introduce them, and we'll go in position order. Number 12, Brooklyn Spartman, she was our catcher. Number 3, Bridget Rhodes at first base. Number 9, Michaela Rodriguez at second base. Number 4, Jules Estrada at left field. Then I had 2 girls who didn't get out until after basketball, because they were basketball managers on a state championship team, and so they didn't even get a chance to suit up and play with us yet. But those 2 young ladies are number 5, Macy Gonzalez, and number 8, Hannah Zapata. And I also had a senior manager this year, Caitlin Bunting, and she was awesome and did all of our stats. And we're going to miss all of you deeply, and we just wish you the best in your endeavors after graduation. And now for the 2020 Philly Softball Awards. First up for Pitcher of the Year, this young lady, it's her 2nd year in the circle for me. She did a great job coming out this year and just having an overall better mentality or stronger mentality as far as how she approached her opponents and how she handled adversity in the field, and just did a great job. She led the team with an ERA of 3.62, and she had 49 strikeouts. Our pitcher of the year is Brandy Estrada. For Golden Glove, this young lady had 78 putouts and 0 errors. She worked so hard to make sure that if the ball came her way, it was caught and the play was made, and that we just didn't have any errors at first base this year as far as that goes. And she was solid for us, and I'm gonna miss having her out there next season as she graduates this year. But Golden Glove, Bridget Rhodes. Next we have the offensive MVP. This young lady is a freshman, and she came out and she got to the plate and she didn't play like a freshman. She got up there and she said, "Bring it," and she led the team. Her hitting average was .47. She had 19 RBIs and 4 home runs. And I'm glad that I get to see her battle out at the plate for 3 more years. Our offensive MVP, Michaela Shires. Leadership Award. This one's a big one for me because leadership is an impact we have on the field with your teammates, but also off the field and just throughout the whole game and the whole concept of team sports. And it's hard to lead a team or be a part of a team and not have a leader that's willing to step up and do the little things and take care of business. And this year, I had someone that was the first one on the field, was setting out bases, getting hitting stations ready to go. She's the one that was trying to get the team going. If we were in a slump, she'd be the first one to jump out there and try to get things rolling and be encouraging her teammates and say, "Hey, let's focus, let's get this going on." Fun story about her, she started off for me at shortstop and ended up being my catcher when we had an injury and stepped into that role, and was just great about always stepping up when we needed her, whether it was offensively, defensively, just in that position of being a leader. And this year's Leadership Award goes to Brooklyn Spartan. Thank you.
Good morning. It's Coach Barnes coming to you from Garland Field, field that misses its players right now, and look forward to the day when they get to all be back out here at some point in time. You always want a season to be memorable, but unfortunately this is one that's going to be one for the memory that we probably would like to forget at some point in time. Our JV season this year, they got about 2.5 tournaments in before the season got canceled. They finished their season at 6-4-1 this year, and really proud of those guys and everything that they did. Our varsity was 7-6 on the year, and finished up the season down in the Greenwood tournament. Got to play on the minor league field to finish out their high school career as far as seniors go, and hopefully that'll be one that'll be some good memories for those guys. Really proud of the teams that came out this year. Really proud of the guys. And during this time, I really hope that they'll still get a chance to get out and play some catch and play some ball at some point in time. As far as awards go this year, again, all of our awards, we base those things on stats and what we have compiled over a 13 game season this year. Our leadership award this year goes to a guy that was a role player last year, came in, learned a new spot this year, and did a really good job in the outfield for us. Was vocal leader. You always hear him trying to get the team rallied around some different things. And so our leadership award this year goes to Dylan Kelly. This year's Golden Glove award goes to a guy that had no errors. He played 2 different positions, and one of those positions was kind of entertaining at times. We had a lot of fun conversations from the dugout to behind the plate, but also made some really good plays for us in the outfield when he was there. This year's Golden Glove award goes to Maverick Bryan. Really proud of him. This year's pitching award was really easy. We just found the guy that didn't give up an earned run all year long. In 10 innings of work, Tanner gave up no earned runs. He had a 0.00 ERA and did a really good job for us on the mound. So this year's pitcher award goes to Tanner Stark. Our offensive MVP, we're going to split that one this year. We had 99 hits as a team in 13 ball games, which is really good. That's about 7.5 hits a ball game. And out of those 99 hits, 2 guys had 38 of them, but between them. Both of them led the team in batting average. The other one led the team in on-base percentage, which is something that we really look at. This year's co-offensive MVPs go to Brooks Carter and Cole Caring. This year's 5-tool award goes to a guy that, well, he improved his game in a lot of areas. He led the team this year in strikeouts with 26. He had a .412 ERA, had no errors in the field, whether he was fielding his position as a pitcher, playing first base, or playing in the outfield. He was third on the team this year in hits with 11 and had a good on-base percentage. This year's 5-tool award goes to Brecken Ramos.
Hey kids, you know, Coach Darden and I have always said that if your sports overlap, you've had a really good season. And that's kind of what happened this year for girls track. The first part of our track season got cut short because the Phillies were in San Antonio winning the state championship. Hey, go Phillies. And then the back end of our season got cut off because of this crazy time we're going through. So, but we were able to run, the girls were able to run in one track meet, and I felt like we were off to a really good start, had a great meet. We got to run here at home, and the varsity girls team, which was we had short numbers, they got second, and then the JV team finished second. So I felt like we were on the road to having a really good, successful track season, and I'm just sorry that it didn't get to end the way we would like for it to. But that being said, Coach Darden and Coach Wood and I have decided that it would be really hard to give out girls track awards this year, so just for the girls, since we only had one meet. So I just want you to know that I'm real proud of your effort and proud of the time that you put in, and looking for great things next year, and I hope we finish it off next year in Austin. Love you guys, and we will see you in August. Bye.
Hey everyone, I'm Coach SPEER. I'm here to talk about the 2020 Mustang track season. We were able to get in 4 meets before we were shut down, and out of those 4 meets, we did win the last 2, so that was a great team accomplishment. Also, I want to recognize our seniors. Seniors, we had, I believe, 7 of them. Just want to say their names: Brett Homer, Grant Johnson, Hunter Gossett, Jalen Bratt, Maverick Bryan, Reese Cunningham, and Tyler McCall. You know, it was anytime you get seniors out in track, their last semester of their high school career, and they want to come out and still compete. It's an awesome achievement for anyone, and we want to, again, sorry guys, it ended short. Would love to see what you guys could have done, but we appreciate your efforts and setting an example for those to follow. Moving on with those seniors, we had 5 make the THSCA Academic All-State team. Maverick Bryan made 2nd team. Hunter Gossett was also 2nd team. Reese Cunningham was honorable mention. Brett Homer was honorable mention. And Tyler McCall was also honorable mention. So not only were they competing out in the track and field, but in the classroom as well. Looking at our underclassmen, very excited about this next year. Just by what we saw this season, all 3 relay teams will all be back. Okay, they were all underclassmen. We also have a good group of sprinters that are coming back, and distance kids. Several numbers coming out in field events, so we're very excited about that as well. So the future is still bright here, and again, the example has been set by those seniors. Finally, I'm going to go ahead and announce the 2020 Mustang Track Awards for our field event. The winner was Brett Homer. Brett won every meet he competed in pole vaulting. I think his highest was 14.9, and that's hard to just stomach, because man, that was probably good enough to maybe get him to the show, but it was great to see him come out and compete, and he did a great job winning points for us. Next we have for distance. This distance award, MVP, goes to a great competitor, multi-sport athlete. He was always going back and forth between us and baseball, and he was always getting his work in. Probably would have competed in all 3 distance events at a district meet, Would have scored a lot of points for us. He won several races and against some great competition. So with that being said, our distance MVP is Maverick Bryant. Next, we have our sprinter MVP. This is another multi-sport athlete who came out and just was eager to work hard and get after it. And no problem for him. Was on 2 relay teams. Our sprint relay team, he was an integral part of. He ran the back leg, man, and it was fun to watch him run. That sprint relay team, we're excited, like we said before, they're all going to be back. We were in the mid-43s, so anytime you get in that sub-44 category in the 3A level, you know you're doing really well. So we were excited about the opportunities of that. Also next year, he was also ran the 200 meters for us, open event, and he was right around that school record. Should be no problem breaking it next season. So yes, I'm putting the pressure on you. With that being said, our sprinter MVP is Caleb Batson. Looking over at our overall MVP, this was pretty easy to choose and pick. He's the one that really got us going kind of each day. Was motivated. He's an underclassman. You got to be excited about that. He's also a returner from state meet last year, where he placed 3rd on the mile relay. And so anytime you have this experience coming back and he can step up and lead, he can do so. He was full health. He was a 4x4 runner. He was our anchor. He was also a 400-meter runner as well. He ran several relays for us, and those low times we had, and he did a great job with that. With that being said, our 2020 Mustang Track MVP is Major McCauley.
The last 3 years, we've been giving a motto award winner. So basically what that is we develop a motto at the beginning of the year, and we let the captains and the seniors mainly kind of decide it. And this year, the motto that was chosen was "Burn the Ships." And so everything that we tweeted or we had on social media had a hashtag BTS for Burn the Ships. And so that means there's a long story that goes with it, but basically it means that you're totally in, totally committed to the process and what we're trying to do. And that just carries over throughout the year, and we use it as an accountability tool, and we just talk about it all the time. And this award is pretty easy this year because there is a guy that exemplifies Burn the Ships, and he has gone through a lot and overcome a lot, and he certainly deserves to have his name on a certificate and be honored on our awards wall. This year's winner for the hashtag BTS award is Creed Katara. Creed has been injured on and off through football, fought his way back a couple of times, and then ended up missing his senior year of basketball, and then was kind of getting released here in baseball. And so it's just he's been through a lot, and he's overcome adversity. And it's like I've always told Creed, this is preparing you for something, so keep fighting, bud. And so we're so proud of Creed and his ability to overcome, and we know that he's committed in every area. So congratulations, Creed Katara.
Okay, our next award, and these are our last 2 awards for our girls for this year, and this goes to the Fighting Philly award winners. And this award is a award of courage and leadership. I mean, I could go on and on about it. Back in the old days, it used to be called Fighting Heart Award, and heart, I think maybe would be the best way to describe the winners of the Fighting Philly Award this year. We have 3 girls, and once again, when you have the year that we've had in our athletic program, and unfortunately it's cut short, and our spring sport athletes, man, we feel terrible about them, but you know, the year we had was tremendous, and a Fighting Heart Award or the Fighting Philly Award winners were great examples of showing courage, putting the team first, etc. all year long. And I could not be prouder of these 3 kids. There were other players that could have won this, and it's always hard, these awards like this, it's hard to distinguish, but I think these 3 young ladies did a tremendous job this year, and I think they're very deserving. Our Fighting Philly Award winners 2020 were Madison Batten, Tiffany Davis, and Jenna Willer. And congratulations to those three girls. Great job.
Thanks, Coach Wood. Again, we'll talk about the Fighting Mustang Award, or Fighting Heart, so to speak. We feel like this is a guy that we want to give this award to someone that competes in a number of sports, and it's just the guy that kind of sets the tone for work ethic and energy, and he's just accountable and a guy that you want as a captain or a leader of your football team. And we have a number of them, but this one just stood out to me, and he did a great job in every sport this year. Really grew up from his junior year to his senior year, and he's so proud of what he's accomplished. And we know he's going to accomplish a lot greater things as he gets into adulthood and becomes a successful man in his life. This year's Fighting Mustang Award goes to Dylan Kelly. He played football and was playing baseball before it got shut down. And I think he exemplifies what you want in a kid: effort, leadership, accountability, and he's that guy you can kind of build a team around. Congratulations, Dylan.
Our final award this year goes to the most valuable athletes, and we do have athletes. First of all, once again, numerous girls could be on this list after the years that we had in the fall and of course throughout basketball. And once again, unfortunately, our spring sport awards were cut short, and I feel terrible for those spring sport athletes, and I want to congratulate them on doing a great job and being prepared. And even though it's cut short, your preparation was tremendous, and it was noteworthy, and our coaches never have forgotten that and never will in the situation we're in. This year's most valuable athletes, I thought just had tremendous years, even though it was cut short. They were all three were great players for our volleyball program, and all three were great players for our basketball program, and of course helping us win the state championship. These kids were tremendous. Not only these three, but our whole team, but these three kids were instrumental. Our most valuable athletes, and I just think I congratulate all three of them on a great year. Our most valuable athletes 2019-2020 were Bree Bratton, Tinley Harris, and Taylor Moravik. Congratulations, girls. Job well done.
This time I'd like to introduce you to the Mustang MVP athlete. This is a kid that we just feel like contributes in every area, that's available. He'll compete in a number of sports. He's good at all of them, and just an integral part of the success of each team. And this one was really pretty simple. We had a guy that has done a lot of things, and he's done them for 3 and 4 years now. So this year's Mustang MVP athlete is Hunter Gossett. Hunter is a football, basketball, track guy. He's been that way since I've known him. His sophomore year, he started in football since his sophomore year, and I know he's been on varsity basketball. And he had a great track season last season, and we were expecting that again this year as a senior. So he's done a great job. He'll be remembered as one of the better Mustang athletes that's come through here, because he was just a great three-sport kid and certainly deserving of the Mustang MVP. Congratulations, Hunter Gossett.
Our next award that we're going to do is our Honor Athlete Award, our Philly Honor Athlete, and of course this is based on our academic achievement. And I would like to say that we had so many girls this year that were all A on the row and AB, and we always do, but really proud of all of our athletes in high school for doing a great job in the classroom. This young lady, well, I don't think it's any big surprise. She's valedictorian of our senior class, and of course she came to me many times wanting me to tutor her in various classes, and I'm kidding about that, of course. The honor athlete, Shallowater Philly, is Tiffany Davis. Congratulations, Tiffany. Proud of you.
At this time, I'd like to recognize the 2019-2020 Mustang Honor Athlete. This one's pretty simple. We take our athletic roster and we go look at the GPAs and in the office, and the highest GPA athlete, male, is the one who receives this honor. Again, this award winner is certainly deserving, not only academically but athletically. This year's winner is Dylan Kelly. Our last award that we'd like to give is our what we call the Top Hoss Award, and basically that's a guy that's a fan or a couple or lady. It's a super fan, somebody that's done something great and is totally committed to helping in any area they can, and they're just a great fan of the Mustangs and the Phillies. And we have so many that we could choose from, but there was just one guy that completely stood out to Coach Darden and myself and the rest of our staff this year is going over and above what he's called to do. And this year's Top Hoss is Donnie Hart. Donnie is our radio guy. He broadcasts all our football games, broadcasts all of the basketball games, and he just does a tremendous job. If you haven't listened to him, you need to. And he's always giving credit where credit's due, and he really, really does a great job of talking about our kids and bragging on them and just showing that he loves the Mustangs and the Phillies. And I'll tell a quick story on Donnie right quick. Is after the Phillies won the state championship there in San Antonio, we had a medal, and Coach Darden and I walked over to Donnie. He was still at the scorers table trying to summarize the state championship game, and you could hear him talking, but we just kind of interrupted him and put a gold medal around his neck as he deserved. And he just kind of looked up at Coach Darden and I with his eyes filled with tears, and that is what made me think that this guy's the Top Hoss, because there's a true love for shallow water and the Mustangs and the Phillies, and he did a great deal for us, our kids and our coaches throughout the year. So congratulations, Donnie. We appreciate you. Top Hoss. Well, thanks for watching. I know that's a little bit weird, but that's the best we could do with what we're allowed at this time. Certainly, congratulations to every athlete that participates, not just the award winners. It takes all of us, and these kids know that, and we're so proud of everyone that's involved and chooses to put in all the hard work to be a Mustang or a Philly and be part of all the championships that we had this year. Thanks for watching, and hopefully a year from now we'll be able to do this in person and honor our young athletes the way that we should. Hope everyone's staying safe, and we'll see you soon. Thanks again.